Welcome back, Calibrate Tools family. Today we're gonna do some fence repair, so stick around. I'll see you right after this. Okay guys, we got a fence here that we're gonna try to repair. All right, as you can tell, right here, it was attached to the house, and that's where this came off of, but we're not gonna attach this. The owner doesn't want that attached again, so we're gonna have to reinforce it at the bottom there and possibly dig some holes, pour some concrete. I'm probably gonna have to elongate the base of the fence there. As you can tell, it's short. Okay. Okay guys, so I'm gonna clear this area out a little bit more with my shovel, and I got a post hole digger. I'm gonna try to dig those holes too. All right guys, so it looks like the actual concrete was there. So what happened was these posts corroded at the base here, as a lot of fences do, and they came off the concrete. All right guys, so I cleared out this area and I exposed these pre-existing concrete footings. So there's a couple of options here. I can dig them out and pour new footings, or I can use these existing footings to be the base and not have to pour brand new footings. One of the reasons I'm leaning toward that is because I don't know, and I suspect that these footings are connected to the wall of this house, or maybe to this brick wall right here. And trying to get that out will be damn near impossible, okay? If these footings were deeper, I would have a hole to pour concrete into, but they're pretty high, so I may have to create some kind of mold that raises a little bit above this area here to put my posts in. All right, guys, after grinding that stuff off, I exposed more of the fence that was left in the concrete footings. The fence post, I should say, that was left in the concrete footings. Here's this one right here. Okay. All right, guys, I took my shovel and I dug around the base of the footings. So when I pour my new concrete, it'll have some depth, you know, to surround the existing concrete as well as on top of some of it, okay? So right now, I have to raise the post once again to that height right there so it can somewhat match the height of that one over there. So let's go ahead and see if we can raise that. All right, guys, I put a piece of plywood underneath that rotten part of the post there to raise it so it can get to that level that I want right here, but it didn't quite make it. So I'm gonna improvise and use a car jack, an old car jack, to try to hoist it up to that point. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so I got the post back up to that point where it was before. You see where that lack of paint ended? That's where the post was before. I got it up there with the car jack. And I put another piece of wood on top of the other one to keep it up there. And I also put another piece of wood here to level it off. So let's see if it's level. All right, looks pretty level to me. All right, so we got some dirt down there on the concrete, so I'm gonna blow it off with a blower just to clean it off so we can have a better working environment there. All right, let's see here, that's about 5 inches up from the half. Let's go about 4 inches. All right, guys, so I took the gate off, and as you can tell, the bottom of the posts are all corroded, rusted, oxidized, just a mess, okay? So we're gonna clean all that up, we're gonna cut it off, and we're gonna add fresh, new square tubing for this, okay? Okay guys, so I got the gate in place. I cut out the corroded parts and replaced them with fresh square tubing. I even added one in the middle there for good measure to give it some more stability there. The metal is not that strong along this area, but it's still strong enough to hold that. So when I pour the footings, that middle piece will give it a bit more stability. So once again, I have it lined up. My measurements were correct on the bottom pieces, so that worked out up there. All right guys, as you can see, I'm getting ready to pour the footings. This board here is pretty thin, but it's gonna do the job. Actually, it was pretty useful. Scrap board there is pretty thin. I broke it with my foot and my hands. I didn't even have to cut it, versus having a piece of plywood, a piece of 2x4 or something. So I prepped the area, getting ready to pour the footings. I'll probably pour them right about here or so. Okay, and let's go ahead and get to it. All right guys, so it rained last couple of days, so I had to cover the concrete so it won't get wet, because if you let water get into that wet concrete, it's not going to set well. So go ahead and take this off. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you learned anything, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.